Again for the third time, huh?
There we go. We see the map.
The third time's a charm. Can you hear me on the cast? Because my microphone is working now, so.
And we hear you, Dave.
Okay. All right. You're in the town of Alston. Most of you were in a tavern where you were talking to a individual by the name of Jonathan, if I remember correctly. You were uh, and there was a crier from the castle who had come in and had mentioned uh, a great deal of money and wealth and status to that the count of the area was offering show up in the morning at the castle. I don't know if you guys remember that or not.
I do.
Yeah,
I know you would.
we all
Money.
know you would.
Well, my character is the only character that actually has the value of money in his mind.
Yeah. All right. The rest of you, like I said, well, Sume, being that you were with your mom and stuff, you got separated from the group for a little while as they made their way through the forest to escape the area where the Titan worshippers were overrunning everything. And you have now found your way to Alston. Like I said, it's a walled town with a a castle, I should say. Um, Inside the gate is an inn, and that's where you will find most of your companions.
I love that most of the party.
Yeah, well, the one person that isn't there is, of course, the Drow elf. But the dwarf, the I'm not a dwarf, I just play one on TV, and the
Welcome aboard.
Love that description. Gotta.
thank you for the follow. Ranting is always fun. Uh, we will. You then. So you guys were. Sume, you walk into the bar. It's a pretty. I'll describe it again. It's a pretty crowded bar with with a lot of a variance of patrons. It is a little more crowded than probably it normally would be because of the fleeing of people from the invasion force. The
Priority 1 message from Starfleet coming in on secured channel.
Thanks, Sumi. Uh, the uh, the team is well. I don't know. Dubs, would you be probably like sleeping on the table by now with all the beer and well, that's right. They watered down the beer here. That's right.
Yeah, but I
You
would drink until
switched.
pretty much I pass out.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been pretty much passed out. So at this point in time, and Ray's been drinking kind of crappy wine, so he's still probably up.
Dubs is a true dwarf.
Yep, Tubbs is the true dwarf. Uh, the Jonathan, I can't honestly, I cannot remember. Did I have Jonathan leave or not? I've slept since then.
I don't think he
No,
had
we
left.
stopped it before he left.
Yeah, okay. So he is still there.
Yeah, you're lucky I have my notes up.
Thank you. Um, I thought he had not, and I
Yeah,
just wanted to make
you
sure.
you said you were gonna finish his conversation with everyone, and
Yeah,
then have him leave.
all right.
Leave, and the
Well, he looks over. He's an older, middle-aged man, beard. Uh, I don't know if I actually described him very well, um, unless
I don't remember. It's not
I
in my
don't think so.
notes.
Okay, had salt and pepper beard, basically flecks of gray in a. He looks over at you. Ah, one of those. You are from the land of Sibylline, are you not? Sibylline being the Oriental land, just so you know. That's to you, Sime. If you can, if we can hear you, we should be able to.
Yeah, so
I was
Okay.
derping. Sorry.
Okay. No problem. That's the man. This Jonathan is his name. He turns to you as you approach and says, "Ah, you are from the Oriental lands of Sibylline, are you not?"
I am.
It is nice to see a traveler such as I used to be at such a young age. You have
Welcome aboard.
much to watch and learn. But that's the fun of life. I have done a lot of learning in my life and a lot of traveling, and I expect you and your friends here will be doing the same.
he doesn't understand fun. Fun is stealing everything that that man has in his possession.
Okay. All right. So then he turns back to you, Ron.
Okay.
Says, "What I know, I don't know very much about our in the those that invaded. I do not know as much as I definitely would like to. I do know this, though, that s- items around the world, items in possessions of many, many creatures and heroes alike, will probably be needed. With my knowledge, I can research where the items that I should say that I feel would be the best used in this situation would be located and can help guide you to them. But my adventuring days are over. I had my fun 30 years ago kicking a lich out of power. So I offer you my services as a researcher and as a broker of knowledge to
I'm
help
so
you
happy.
guide your way."
Dear sir, we will humbly accept your offer. Thank you very much.
He nods. He says, "I will travel to a port to make it easier for you to contact me in case you are abroad and then come back. I'm afraid that, sticking around just Rohaj is probably not going to be what happens with you. To defeat someone as that hunter, as the Hunter of Dragons, is going to take items that are do not exist on these isles, but exist on the main continent. So, a fair warning: you will be probably doing much traveling for your goals. If there's anything else that you, ladies and gentlemen, need, I'm staying at the. I'm staying nearby. He gives you a name of another inn, and you can contact me there until I will not leave until after you do. So feel free to come and ask whatever, and hopefully I can be able to answer for you. And with that, he stands up, gives everybody a bow, and walks out of the inn. All right. So now, what do you guys do? The king, the courier said to come basically at the crack of dawn the next day.
Dan will wake up at 4 a.m. and be at the castle by 4:45.
And you'll be probably first in line. Yes.
Exactly. That's the point of waking up that early.
All right.
I guess I'll wake up in the tavern. That's it. I mean,
Yeah.
will the guy leave me in the tavern on the table?
Well, that's your party to the others in the group.
I would somehow. You know what? How heavy is he? And does the tavern have room?
Yes, the tavern does have room.
Okay, so let's see how
I have a vision that's in my head right now of how this is going to happen.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I think we're.
where is that? Where is that?
I
Where
think
is
this
that
is going to be on
spell?
the level of me
Where is-
crashing that VTOL.
Okay, how many feet? How many feet is it to the rooms? Oh wait, yeah. Oh, weighing up to 5 pounds. No, it's not going to work.
No. I know what you were going to attempt, but no,
You know
that
what?
won't work for him.
No. Fine. I am going to cast grease and push him into the room.
That you can do.
I don't wake up and I don't feel what you did until pretty much the crack of dawn with a hangover.
Yeah. Although
So,
everybody in the tavern is highly amused and avoids the grease spell afterwards. That, except for when they lure a drunk onto it, for laughs. But, I can just see Ron pushing this chair with the dwarf on it, and then whee! Actually, I was expecting you to have the dragon pick him up by the scruff of the neck like a cat.
no. That's
Yeah.
below her. For
um,
now, at least.
yeah.
No,
Okay.
but I was trying to find a more comical way of doing it.
That's a hell of a visual. All right. Hey, Sass, how's it going? We've got. Okay, Ray, you doing anything special before going to bed, or?
Not really. Just get up
Okay.
probably about an hour or so before we're supposed to go to the castle, which I think was done before dawn, and
Yep.
try to kick the other party members away.
Might be a little tough with the other dwarf. Sume, do you have anything that you wish to do before going to bed and then traveling with everybody else up to the castle? I need to get over here. And I'm not hearing anything if you're
No, he's muted, Dave.
okay, he's muted. Okay, so he's dealing with something at house, so that's okay.
I am back.
Okay. I was wondering if you were planning on doing anything, you had anything that you were thinking of doing before going to bed and joining these guys and going up to the castle.
Oh, there's one thing I can grab. Before I go up, I'll grab a pinch of pepper.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to have a meal in the tavern and then go to bed.
Okay, that's fine. The meal in the tavern is fantastic. The booze sucks. Okay,
And
just
while you're eating it, you see this like 100-pound nothing girl pushing a dwarf into the bedroom.
Oh
yes,
my god.
using a grease spell and pushing the chair.
Oh lord.
Yeah, all this is happening, and Dan's gone to bed early, so he can wake up early and be
Yep.
the first one.
I've got his alarm clock ready now.
Adain is staying at a different place than you guys are, though, so don't.
No, not him. I'm the other dwarf.
Ah,
That's what
yes,
the pinch
yes.
of pepper is for.
Yeah.
And after pushing the dwarf into the bedroom, I'm going to go outside and sleep beside the dragon.
Yep. I expected you to do that. Okay. Next morning comes along. Adain is already in line. Um, the the sky looks like it's going to rain. It's it's kind of overcast. It's that gray, the wonderful gray, you know, British rain,
Yeah, it's an
basically.
English summer.
Yeah. Um, the the rest of you get up, get dressed, and start to head up to the castle. Now, Adain, since you're up there already, you're let in with the first group.
Okay.
And it's a group of mercenaries and, adventurer types, or at least they're making a good attempt at it. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
All right. Let me switch over to D20 for a second.
Yep.
Let's see. My perception is 20 plus 15. Oh, there it is. 24.
All right. You know that about that of the group there's about 7 or 8 people that are in your group. 3 or 4 are probably professional mercenary types, caravan guard types, and
Well, if they're caravan
maybe
guards,
maybe maybe even brigands that are just
well,
trying to.
to get
But
by, yeah.
um,
Well, I would like to. Let's see. I
the
would like to.
others, let me say this: the others are, although they're kind of acting tough, you can tell they don't really have any combat experience.
Mm-hmm. All right. Dan will sigh at the sad sort he's got around him. Some of these guys are skilled. Most, no. he'll actually look at one of the weaker ones and say, "Why are you even here? Not because of the money. It's not because of the land. Man, you know what those dragons will do to you? They'll turn you to ice. They'll shatter you to pieces." Says, I'm actually gonna do a diplomacy roll for this.
Actually, that's intimidation.
Oh, then that would
Yes.
be a bluff.
No,
No,
intimidation.
intimidation. Yeah.
There is an intimidation skill.
I don't have
I'm
it.
giving you a bonus to it, though.
All right, D20 plus what?
Don't worry about the plus. I've got that in my head. But let's just go ahead and roll the d20. Right. Exactly.
You forget who a Dan is.
I know. I know. You have bonuses to this, anyways, just because you're a bard. Now, so all right. The guy that you're talking to is probably, the Luke Skywalker 17, 18-year-old kid, and who turns like really pale and it's like, yeah, I'll be right back, and turns around and just kind of moseys his way out of the room before taking off at a run.
And Dan will say quietly to himself, "Done my good deed for the day."
His mouth will get him in trouble one day.
the you are let in to see the count, and actually it's uh, Count Giles,
Ooh.
and I forgot his last name. I'm not gonna go look it up. I'll find it
Kid.
Do
later.
I know? Oh, let's see if I know anything
Can,
about it, because I've
can he
got
do
my
a
Please.
sonic boom?
Yeah.
Can he do a
Please.
sonic boom?
No, he cannot.
Yeah, I need to do my knowledge nobility check because he's a noble.
Right. Yes, you do. You are correct. There it is. There's your die roll again. Or this guy, has ambitions beyond being a count. Um, he is
I'll be right back,
basically,
guys.
yeah, no problem. He's basically, he's second. He's the most has the most powerful army of the nobility, but he is not. He is underneath the Duke of Carlisle.
Mm.
But
And,
he wants more than that. He is definitely in it for for power.
and
And gentlemen, we are obviously, due to the poor, unfortunate circumstances of our neighbors in Northumberland, we are looking for adventurers to help retake the land from our enemies, to go and behind enemy lines and find out what their true plans really are.
And back.
Okay.
mm,
We will pay quite handsomely for this dangerous duty, and and will provide you landed titles if you succeed in your mission. And of course, there's muttering among all the others. Well, man, that sounds pretty good, man. So when he gets done with this little spiel, the the mercenaries quickly, yeah, yeah, well, yes, we'll do it. We and they are ushered off to go meet with one of the captains of the uh, in charge of the militias, or to put it the best term, to discuss what they're going to do. This, of course, leaves the Dark Elf.
Who's been studying the account this whole time,
Yeah.
quietly.
And he looks at you and he says, I did not know your kind came to our land.
Usually we don't, my lord. I'm the only one here that I know of so far. Though I do have compatriots who will be coming this way later. I I have a offer of my own because I know who you are. You may not know this, but I know your desires, your needs.
Yes. I have heard of you. You are the merchant drow, are you not?
Yes, it is just one of many names I go under.
Yeah.
I'm a very skilled sellsword, but I'm also very skilled in information. I know much of you, and I know much of your desires to go beyond your station, shall we say. Hey,
And he smiles at that and he says,
I
what is your proposal?
my proposal is simple. You these mercenaries you are hiring, they are great for common foot soldiers. You build up your armies. You send a small team to go scout and um, Dan will use finger quotes in Northumbria while you prepare your army. Me, me for the defense because they will come. Now, I do not know if you will win your defense, but you will need all the help you can get for that defense. This scout team's job will be to check the defenses and come back and inform you. Then we will give you the information you need. You go in, you conquer, and you take what you need and take a higher position. And I will take a small sum of gold, as will my compatriots. You pay these mercenaries a sum less, and just tell them that they are defending the great city and defending the honor of the land, and they will eat it up, and that they are promised landed titles, and I'm sure you have your services that can take care of the worst ones after these battles and after your position is secured. I do not know what my compatriots would want, but a small sum of money on my hands would silent my.
Yeah. I can agree with this. My desires are fairly obvious, I have to admit. But, you know, with the advantage that we have, some reason they did not attack us. This force. They call themselves from the land of Thrajan, is the name they use. I am not sure where this land is. All I know is they are attacking many, many lands in one fell swoop, but they didn't attack here. So it's curious why, but I will take advantage of it, obviously. And he smiles a
And
bit.
Dan will smile back and say, "Of course you will." And I hope I can help you reach the proper station that you desire. Here, be aware though that my prices will vary depending on where and what you need to get to.
Yes,
I'm
and I
willing to
understand.
assist you to even grant yourself the greatest crown, if that is what my lord desires.
Uh, we shan't discuss going any further than the obvious, shall we say. He just kind
And
of smiles at it and doesn't really say much more on that. He says, I can agree with your price.
and
You will be compensated by the amount of information and such can, that aids me, if that is fair.
and Dan will say that is fair. Now my compatriots will have differing prices. I will explain their appearances to each of you. He'll explain about the two dwarves and the girl with the dragon and Sume's character.
All right.
Wow, for somebody out of character, for somebody who should know better, they're giving away a lot of information.
Be right back. Hold on.
Okay.
Well, Dan's always got a trump card. Right.
Well, we'll come to that when we come to that.
Anyways,
No,
Yeah.
that's it. Uh, this is like the Mutants and Masterminds game, except Dubs, he's out jokinging you. You got to stop that.
Don't worry, I got a master plan.
I'm far more subtle with my approaches.
Oh, we'll see on that. Okay, so anyways, we're not going to bring up that again. All right. So you'll the you'll be I must greet others that are coming. I will be on the lookout for those that you mentioned that are your compatriots.
And Dan will say, "Of course, you can find me at this inn." And he will write down the inn and give it to one of the nearby servants.
All right, fair enough.
And he will leave.
Okay, okay,
Sorry.
no problem. That's your character. I'm not worried about it. All
I
right,
drink a lot of booze.
he drinks a lot of booze.
and all of a sudden
Yeah,
it sounded like Christopher Walken for a bit.
yeah. Go ahead,
No, no,
Dubs.
no, no. Wow, it's crazy. Drank a lot of booze, making my tummy hurt. Anybody got water?
Dutch is going out again. I can't hear him.
I can.
Wow, I don't know why you can't hear me. How about you clean your ears?
I
All
can't
right.
hear.
Okay.
Discord's screwing up for me because I can't hear Dubs
Okay.
at all. He's
Okay.
lighting up, but I can't hear him.
How about now? Wow.
Mm.
Hello? Little man, can you hear me? Actually, wait, I'm the little man. Big man, can you hear me?
I know he's saying something that's funny, but I can't hear it,
Okay,
unfortunately.
well, I'm okay. Whatever. All right. He's doing his Christopher Walken voice, but oh well. Okay. All right. The rest of you guys get organized down and make your way up to the castle. Um, I think I described it before, but it's a typical castle with the wall. It does not have a moat because it is inside the walls. So it is, but it does have a secondary wall around it. Um, and it's primarily a very large manor house slash keep. Um, you the there are a number of guards that are posted around, but probably less right at the moment because many of them have been deployed to the walls and deployed to deal with the refugee situation. Um, the group of you walk in and nobody wants to get near you guys for some reason. The other people that are there take a look at your group and kind of step back for some reason. Of course, when there's a blue scaled, or I mean a crystal scaled thingy, young dragon wandering around with you guys, it's like, yeah, let's not get close to them. So you're getting a little bit of, this group's weird. Definitely adventurer types. You walk up and they let you in as, like I said, they're letting people in groups, in groups. And you are led to the room, to the throne room, basically is where you're at. I mean, where the throne is at if you've ever seen Skyrim, have you ever seen the king of the High King's room where he sits at the one end and it's the big long banquet table and stuff like that normally? They've moved the table out of the way, basically, is all the. And, of course, Count Giles. So, I see we have a group of adventurers here.
Spokesman, spokesman.
And he says, I have. He thinks for a second and he goes, I've seen many groups today, but I was told that your group would arrive. I
Yeah,
am.
we are here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We
I
are
am.
here. We are here.
We are. I am in need of a group, a reliable group, to go into the lands that have been conquered by these invaders. These invaders are claim they are from a land called Thrajan. And I need a group that would be willing to go behind the enemy's lines to determine what their goals really are. They did not attack Cumbria. You're in Cumbria. Not attack Cumbria when they attacked Northumberland. And this has perplexed us why they did not just go ahead and invade us as well. So there is some sort of agenda involved, and I wish to know what it is so I can prepare. What I offer is, of course, the common items, money, but I offer also land. I also offer title and other outside benefits. What is your price to aid my realm?
Is this as a group or
Yeah,
individually?
you guys are all together, but that doesn't mean that you can't answer individually. The only person who's not here is Adan, but he just, you already heard that conversation, even though that was out of character. You guys don't actually know that he said what he said, but.
While he's explaining this, can I throw up from too much drinking?
If you desire, yes, you may.
Okay, I throw up all over the floor.
Okay. Servants, I mean, you get a lot of reaction from the servants. The count doesn't react. He's a good bluffer, but the servants go rushing over to clean up. Yes.
I go in Draconic. Who told you about us?
He does not respond because he kind of clerks his eye up, and I do not know that tongue.
And then I utter under my breath, stupid. And
You
then
are you a dragon rider? He has to
and
try
I
to.
continue in my tongue. What do you know of the Dragon Riders?
He doesn't respond because he doesn't know the language.
I know. I'm just
Yep, and
being
he goes.
cautious here.
No, he but he one of his advisors comes walking over, an older man than him. He looks like he's in his 30s. I didn't explain that. The older man's about in his 50s and comes up to him and whispers something to the count, and the count looks at him and then looks at you, Ron, and young one. And then he kind of shakes his head and says, "My advisor says that you cannot be one. The dragon riders were not the same color." He looks at it kind of quirks his eye and looks at his advisor, and the advisor shakes his head and says, "No, no, the dragon riders were blue, gold, and silver, according to my. So you must not be. I still welcome you to my realm."
I go over to little one, talk to her. It's like, what do they mean, blue, gold, and silver?
Little one will respond and say, "I do not know. I know of no other dragons. Just you and mom, or you are mom, grandmom, whatever."
I know what you meant.
Yeah, I know.
I am your mother.
I am your father.
And sister and great grandfather's
Again, I
uncle.
under my breath, stupid human, and it's like, I what what do you mean by in common now? What do you
Okay.
mean by blue, gold, and silver, or whatever the colors you mentioned?
I mean, you know you had it. You have blue, gold, and silver. They and he looks
I
at his
know what they
advice.
are though,
But
but
yeah, I
they're
know.
like
He looks at his advisor, and his advisor says, "In the battle of at the Battle of Point Curse, a great silver, a great gold, and a great blue dragon all appeared with riders and helped defeat the forces of Alduria and their Lich Emperor. That is the Dragon Riders. Where they came, we are not sure. Where they went, we are definitely not sure."
well, you are correct on one thing. I am not a dragon rider, and she's finished it. And
With that,
and then in English, and who told you about us? Since
man,
you
it said
can't.
you were a dark man who said that he traveled with you.
And I swear in Draconic.
luck it isn't there because
Yeah. Well, you're lucky you're probably not getting blown apart by a sound wave right now, but that's another.
Okay.
yeah, there's a lot of luckies going on right now.
Yeah.
Have
You're.
something. I thought I had something like sense motive or something. Don't I have? I
It's
should
a
have
skill.
that.
It's a skill. Everybody technically has it, but you can.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I have sense
it's
motive.
yeah. It's
I
how
want
good you have
to.
it.
I want to try rolling it and see if I
Sure.
can.
Sure.
Because I'm getting a little suspicious now that Aiden was involved.
Mm-hmm. Right. And
Oh shoot! No, I don't want to roll. I don't want. That's not my roll. I accidentally hit the wrong thing.
no problem.
Uh, where's the dice
The question is,
thing?
whose motive is she trying to sense?
She can only sense the motive of the person in front of her, so it's the count.
Roll.
So it's the count.
Is it roll d20 and then plus modifier?
Yeah, it's d20 plus the total on the skill.
No, but the formula is roll 1d20 plus.
Yeah.
Right.
It's my sense motive. No, my sense motive's pretty good.
Wow, nice roll, Ron.
Thanks.
This count is obviously got an ulterior motive behind him. He's not being he's faking being an altruist. He is not an altruist. That's what you can detect with he's not outright lying, but he isn't telling you what his real motives are either.
I talked to Draconic to Dragon to Little One. It's like he's not telling the truth. It feels wrong. He's lying about something.
Mm.
And then I motion to the party to come and I need
He's,
uh
he actually, the count doesn't react to this because it's like, yeah, he kind of expected that you are a more organized group than what has been showing up there, so he expects that you're going to consult with one another, so he doesn't say anything. He just watches.
as much as I hate talking in this tongue, guys, he's not telling us the whole truth. Something doesn't feel right. And especially with Aiden involved, something's not really right.
What was your first indication of that?
You're a drow elf. Okay, that's the first indication.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Well, we should still. I mean, it's a task. It's something to do. Um, as for my payment, all I wish is a patch of forest.
Me, I want my own pub.
But you'll drink it dry yourself, so you will never make it.
I'm getting a drink, so don't mind me walking away for a second. I'm still listening. I'm thirsty for some reason tonight.
What's Sumei's response?
Uh, I don't know. Sume, are you there? If you are, we can't hear you.
I think you have mic problems.
Yeah.
There he goes again.
There.
There he is.
Fixed my problems.
Sorry, Yeah, we got to figure out why your microphone keeps screwing up on this.
I think it's just Discord because I think it's an extension I put on Chrome that's messing with it.
Okay,
But
so
yeah,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I just wanted to know what I heard about the forest and the pub, and I was confused because
That's
they're
what they would be asking for if they
Yeah,
for payment. That would be what they
if
were.
we accept this job from this man who isn't telling us the whole truth.
Yeah, I sense the motive, and this whole thing feels wrong, especially with Aiden involved in it.
mm,
Telling this person who we don't even know about us.
well, I won't take anything because there's nothing that the man could give me.
Well, since he doesn't want anything, I want 2 pubs.
One could be rad to fill the other pub up so the dwarf could drink. I just don't like this, guys. It doesn't feel right. He's not telling us everything.
Maybe we should interrogate him. Sorry, too much Jack Bauer. Fuck.
That's fun. That shows. Oh, what was it? Was that 24?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in like forever.
All right. As a game master, out of character, real quick. You this is your decision point. Which there's 2 ways to go, both of which are profitable, by the way, Tobin. So don't worry. On which way you want to go, because you technically have a second option with the bard. Because he's talking about traveling the world, this guy's talking about going behind enemy lines. So,
In all honesty, out of character, we're not strong enough to even consider this.
you could, but you can't directly go in against the dragon. You'd have to go about it an end around way.
Meaning behind enemy lines?
No, that's what you basically it's a question of do you I'll be very honest with you guys. It's a question of do you guys want to do a stealth sneaky, infiltrate spy espionage, or do you do the classic hero route? Get the items you need, go up there, kick that guy's ass, and rescue the dragon. I already know where Ron's going. So I mean,
Yeah, Ron's going all heroic.
Yeah, I mean, Ron wants to rescue the dragon.
And we all know where Dan's going.
Well, Dan will go where it's most profitable.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Wherever the most money is found.
I honestly, as a game master, I expect you guys to go run and go get the items. But you guys could change your mind and make me go do the other campaign. This is actually a decision on which way I make the campaign.
Well, I mean, I am small. I like stealth, but I'm also a fighter, so shit.
Like Dave
And remember,
said,
you're
this
going to have
party
to convince a Dan of this as well.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Okay.
We just club you on the back of your head and drag you
Good
with
luck
us.
with that.
All you need to say is, we might raid a dragon horde along the way. And a Dan and a Dan's with you. Don't worry about a Dan.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you forget you're working with Bender here. All you have to do is mention.
Yeah, actually, he's got a point. He is playing Bender. So let's anyway. So I'm assuming what way you're going to go, but you guys can
I
surprise me. So
I'm gonna go with go the heroic route.
okay.
Yeah, just my
There's
character wouldn't do the sneaky thing, especially if the sneaky thing is giving her a bad feeling.
All right. Exactly.
and you guys are still gonna have to convince Dan.
Well, yeah, you will. They will. Don't worry about that. That'll happen. You got a point, but yes. Okay. I'm going to assume heroic then.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right.
Well, no, Ray, and
Ray, yeah, Ray and Dubs have not actually voiced. So
Nothing
Heroic.
personal, but the path of least resistance.
the path of least resistance is the heroic route.
So
If he's not telling us
unanimous
something,
heroic.
there's a catch.
All right. So now you're going to have to tell him what your decision is going to be in the.
So which
actually
of
no,
us?
actually no, we don't. We could just walk out as a
Yeah, you
game.
could just walk out. Yeah, that's true. You could.
We we should show him some respect, though. Who's our
Well, no,
spokesman?
I'm going to walk out because I don't like that he's not telling us everything.
Okay. You can do that. It's just
Yeah.
if somebody. Uh,
Oh, I'll walk up and say, "Sorry, my lord, but your offer is good and decent, but we have other options at the moment. If we find the time, we'll come back."
I see. And he kind of again raises an eyebrow a little bit on that and says, "Good luck on your endeavors."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting a question by Adam. So 1 second here.
And I already sent him the video.
Now,
Yeah.
would the king send a messenger to Dan after this, telling him that they had said no?
Not yet. Not
No.
yet. Okay. Um, the group leaves. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Count watches you guys go off and kind of frowns as you walk out and get outside the gate. The bard's standing there.
I am going to run up to him and punch him in his face.
The bard?
Yes.
Not
This is the guy offering us the job. You.
Yeah, not a Dan.
Okay,
bard.
well, he's the bard.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
the
Okay.
bard.
Okay, that's what I'm clarifying right now. That's like Ray's like, no.
No. I thought you meant the bard as in a Dan.
No. I'll tell you when it's a Dan.
Okay.
Uh, and the bard's got a smile on his face as he sees you guys walking out. he goes.
What's
He goes. Looks at you guys and says, "I expect that you didn't take the job, did you?"
No.
things just did not feel right.
Your instincts will provide you well. Let us go find your compatriot.
Yeah, especially since I got words for him.
So do I. And he walks along with you, and you guys head into where Adain is sitting in the tavern. The more
Now
expensive
I
tavern.
run up to him and punch him in the face.
Okay, Adan, you see the female magus running up to you with her fist clenched and about to punch you. What do you do?
I'm going to dodge.
Okay, Ron, go ahead and roll a d20 for this. I'd be a lot more scared if this was Sume doing it. I'll just point this out.
Watch him roll a 1. That would be hilarious.
1d20. So it's
A
what
D,
do I,
it's a
d20
d20
plus
plus your strength bonus.
d20 plus 2.
Yep.
I'll be right back.
All right. And your base attack bonus. I forgot what your BAB, your base attack bonus.
The base attack bonus. So I get a plus 6.
Right.
All right.
17. What's your armor class, Mister?
I haven't dodged yet, though.
That
I said I was going to dodge it.
that's a defensive maneuver, and I'm counting that in. What is your armor class? Remember, you don't roll a dodge in this game.
All right.
It's armor class.
Well, Dan would have been wearing his masterwork studded leather, so my armor class is light, I think.
Yep.
It's +3 with +5 dexterity with my constitution. So what do I roll?
Well, your constitution
No.
is not in factor in this. What
All right.
you add your dex bonus and
You
your
should have
armor
a
bonus
section
to
on.
10. You should
Yeah.
have it on your character sheet.
It should
armor
be
class.
under AC, and it would be like a 16 or higher, or maybe a little bit lower, or something.
My dexterity is +3 plus the +5 dexterity plus the +3 from the leather. So
Where's this?
Where are you getting? Whoa.
Whoa!
he's wearing his masterwork studded leather. It says
It's
max
already
dexterity +5. Armor check.
No, that max dexterity is the maximum dexterity bonus you can get. It doesn't
yeah.
add to the armor class. That's where you're making a mistake. I'm trying to clear it up.
All right,
According
so
to-
it's just +6. D20 +6, then, correct?
Okay, right. No, it's not a D20 at all. It's 10
That's-
plus 6.
Yeah. Then-
16.
Which means I hit you.
But he dodged.
Dodge.
And that's where I want to get this fixed. Guys, just calm here, please. He does not have the actual dodge attack, but he is going. I'm ruling it as a full defense. You barely missed him, Ron, but you got. Basically, he got out of it by a whisker because of his maneuver.
Yes.
Okay, that's
basically.
right. Yeah, but going full defense, you get a bonus to your armor class, and that's enough to give him the protection that he needs to not be hit. You missed him by 1.
All right, Dan will dodge.
So you've dodged out of that swing. The bearded bard
I wasn't
will
done.
catch. Okay, what are you doing?
Dane will pull out his sword and yell out, "I didn't think that he was going to try to kill me so soon."
Hold monster.
That wasn't a killing attack.
Hold monster. You are frozen. Roll your saving throw versus will. Adan.
All right. Okay. Let's see. Where would that be?
Well, what
It
is
should be under your saving throws.
Will +5. Base. Yeah, so D20 +5, correct?
roll a d20 plus 5?
All right.
I take out my trail rations and start eating while all this is happening.
You're
Yeah, we
frozen
need some
in
popcorn.
you're frozen in place, and the bard looks at you.
Hmm. Well,
If this is going to continue, this endeavor will not only not be profitable, but it'll be over quick, and your mother will die. As he turns and looks at Ron.
Dan will
So,
say, "Can you unfreeze me, please?"
Oh, we're
No.
all.
Then I look at Dan, and it's like, in perfect common, don't you ever give out any information about this party ever again without consulting us first. You know how many people could or would want us dead if they found out anything about us? Of course you don't. You don't think. And then I walk
And
away.
Dan will speak out a number. Last I checked, about 3,283,712, not including the five black dragon riders riding on frost dragons, lady. I can count quite well.
And then she sticks up her middle finger as she walks out the door.
the bard drops the hold monster spell.
Dan will stretch and say, "That's what I was expecting."
And understand her position. Understand she's trying to rescue the person she thinks is her mother. She's I know your motivation, it's easy. But it's still a motivation. You guys
Dan will look at
need
the
to
bar and say, "You?"
I know better than you think. But let's just say this. I used to be a pirate.
Arr.
I was all for the money too. Then I got a dose of reality. So let's just put this away for the moment, shall we?
And Dan will nod to
The,
that.
the, the situation is this. She's trying to rescue her mother. At least, like I said, the dragon that she believes she calls mother, who raised her. So she has a personal motivation. I'm going to give you the other motivation. Where she needs to go to get the items to rescue her mother happens to have a lot of other wealth involved. Wealth that she won't want.
And Dan will look at the bard and say, "Which is she?" Because we are dealing with dragons and they like their money.
Yes, we are dealing with dragons. And that's the
I don't
point.
like dealing with dragons because they intentionally like money
Yeah.
more than we do.
Yeah. And he says, yeah, I know. Because I used to know a blue, a silver, and a gold. Look, here's the situation, guys. And I'm going to be very honest with you because I've seen this before. I saw it 30 years ago. I saw a lich, for God's sakes, up close and personal. All right? Just putting this out. And I want you guys to understand. Only she can rescue her mother. Only she and those associated with her can rescue her mother. Let's understand where we're going from here. And I'm here to help as an advice, as a advisor because I'm too old for this shit. Otherwise, I'd be trying to do it. 30
Like
years
Danny Clever
ago,
status.
yeah, 30 years ago, I would be doing this.
30
I
years
would
ago,
be.
you did do this.
And that's the point. Look, I know you guys don't get along. It's obvious. You guys are a mishmash of people thrown together by circumstance. But that's fate. And fate tells me that you guys can succeed even though you may not like one another. At least make an attempt. I'd like to keep living.
Dan will, Dan will say, as long as people are alive, I don't care.
Yeah. See?
As long as there's money involved, I, at least on the shallow end, don't care. As I told you before, Bard, that's just not my only
I know.
driving force.
And I know that. So, let me tell you right now. And he looks over because young one's still in the room. The first place you need to go is the Elven lands.
Which one?
The land of Intor.
Where would that be out of character, Dave?
Ireland.
Oh, yeah, far away from where the dam. Dan's
Yeah.
like, is it on another damn island?
Yes, it is on the island of the Green. Yes. You need to go there. That is where the first item that you need will be found. And as I said, I will move myself to Portsmouth. Or no, wait a second, it's not Portsmouth. I forgot where that is. Never mind. I will move myself to a port easily accessible to so when you return, and we will work from there. Any questions from anybody else?
No, as I'm still eating my trail rations.
You know, you got about a 50-50 chance to succeed at this point, even with your disputes among yourselves. Try to improve that. And he'll turn and walk out.
Dan will say, Bard,
Yes.
the only reason this is like it is because she does not like to speak to us in natural tongue.
It will take her
Perhaps
time.
you could give her a motivation speech.
I I will see what I can do.
Dan will fish into his satchel of gold and toss 200 gold to the bar for your services.
he he takes a look at the gold. This is better spent, and he walks over to Dubs' character and drops the gold into his hand. It's better spent for you, gentlemen, on trail rations. And walks out.
As I'm eating my trail rations, I look at it and I'm chewing. I look at Tobin's character. I go, and I put it in my satchel.
Okay, Ron?
Yes.
Okay. The bard comes outside, and I'm assuming you're outside?
Yes.
Okay. He walks up to you. My child, I know you're mad at him, and you deserve to be mad at him. You deserve to have punched him. I had to intervene because I did not want him to. Pulling a weapon was a little too far, and that's why I intervened. But to save your loved one, you're going to have to deal with them. You're going to have to deal with the group. I know you don't want to. I know your motivation. I know you don't like humans. We're a really lousy bunch of people to talk to. we all have we have motivations, we have our own, we all scheme, and we're horrible to nature and everything else that you can think of. But they are your best hope to save her. Remember that, would you please? That's all I ask of you.
And I understand, but he has to think. He doesn't think of what consequences could be.
He he does, but he is, even though he looks older, he is young like you in many ways. He needs to learn. You
Oh,
need
they
to
did
learn.
only before. He's very young by elven years.
Yes, I know, I know. Actually, I knew that, but it's just. I know. I don't know you. I never met your mother. I heard of her. It's one of my things about being a bard is that, and one of my research areas has been dragons because I've met a couple in my life, and that's why I dedicated myself to it. I fought side by side with the three dragon riders
Tell
at the
me
battle.
about them. Everyone seems to think I'm this
It's a big.
savior type person, or some mythical person, or
No, I understand. It's because 30 years of storytelling distorts the truth. There were three dragons: Jevanezar, Sevnara, and Kazgorath. Jevanezar and Sevnara were in hiding for the longest time because of the Emperor of Alderia hunted their kind. So they took human guise and hid among the populace until the right moment when they could overthrow the Emperor. Kazgorath is a different story, a completely different story. He was as evil of a blue dragon you could ever have thought of. He was feared, he was mythical in nature on how powerful he was. He lived in the land of Penta, and he lived under a mountain called Mount Arat. And Ray's eyes will light up from that name and the connotations which that brings. Then one day, he met two adventurers, and his own treasure hoard bit him in the butt. And he became the greatest ally to the rebellion after that day.
we're not out of
And
character. We're not talking about Smog here, are we?
no, Blue Dragon.
No.
Well, no.
No, I
I
got the
know.
reference.
Okay.
I sort of, yeah. But
Yeah, no,
anyways,
no, no,
go
no,
continue.
no, no, no. He got and okay. The honest out of character story is in the middle of the combat he was in. The helm of opposite alignment fell on him. All right, and he switched alignment from lawful evil to chaotic good instantly. Um, it, those three dragons allowed riders on them: a paladin, a ranger, and the leader of the pirate nation, respectively, to ride them into combat against that lich, and they beat that lich. The lich had to use almost all of his powers to escape, and that's why the dragons were seen as heroes, and the dragon riders were seen as heroes, and that's the legends grew from there. But many, 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 many people were involved in that battle. It was the worst naval battle that's ever seen this world has ever seen. And the Al Razaki fleet fled before the battle even began and were cursed for it. So many things happened, but the legend of the three dragons riding into battle against the Lich has people thinking that whenever they see a dragon, somebody with a dragon or near a dragon or a dragon's hanging around with somebody, that oh my God, it's another dragon rider. The you're not.
It's the
What?
legendary hero. We're
Yeah,
saved.
yeah. You're going to unfortunately have to deal with this. But I was on the ship that Kazgorath was on, by the way, when it approached the ledge. That's why I know about him. I was the captain of the ship. That's where I come from. My name is I call myself Jonathan now. I'll be honest, that's not my real name. My real name was Philippe. I'm from the land of Neaton originally. I'm a I was a pirate captain. I was a ship captain. I was involved in the battle. I was there. I saw heroism I've never seen before in my life in that battle. And I can see that heroism in you and your companions. You just got to bring it out. Even the greedy. So that's my story. I know dragon because Kazgorath taught me it. That's why I know how your tongue is. He felt that as being the captain of the ship that he's going to ride on, that I'd better know what he's yelling, so I knew what I could yell to the crew to make sure that they got out of the way of the lightning bolts that were coming. So,
Hmm.
but kid, you. This is you may not be a dragon rider, but you can still be a heroine, and I believe you can do it. So take it as you will. Maybe you don't believe me, I don't know, but take it as well.
With that, I respectively bow and then go back inside.
Okay. He watches you go back inside, and out of the corner of his eye, he's got a little smile on his face, and he walks away, headed towards the other side of town where he'll eventually leave and go to the port like he said he was going to. So All right.
Now
You come
back to the
back
rest of
inside.
the party.
Yep. You come walking back inside. The trail rations are gone.
All except for Dan's trail rations, which are
Well,
hidden.
yeah, yeah. But all right. Now the group has been told where they need to go. Ron was not, just so you know. But the dragon, young one was in there, so the young one knows.
Don't. I look at the drow. Don't
Mm-hmm.
ever speak to me.
That's going to be hard considering we're going to have to work together.
What did I just tell you?
Fine.
And then
I
look
won't
at
warn
look
you.
at
I
the
won't
other
warn you
party.
when danger is at your back. We'll see how long you last. I actually want this world to be in one piece tomorrow morning. Thank you very much.
I just ignore him.
Okay.
I
And
turn to the other
A
party.
Dan will just sigh and leave the the tavern. He's going somewhere else for now. I think.
All right. The rest of you guys?
I'm gonna go get more trail rations with the gold that I just got from.
I look at the other party members and in common apologize for the fact that I have not been speaking a tongue that they understood, and then let them know why I do it,
Mhm.
and again apologize for it. But and then I tell them I just can't trust that drow. I can't, not after today. Anybody?
I don't I don't know if somebody's trying to talk and got screwed up again or if he's just sitting and listening, so
I don't know.
You're on a grand quest. Save the dragon.
it's the quest to save the dragon from the princess.
People.
I am getting a lot of silence right now, guys.
Well, my character is out of the tavern right now.
Yeah.
He can't really say anything.
Right, I know. I know. Um
And I just apologize to the rest of the party and waiting for it.
And I said what I said, and
Yeah.
it
Yep.
happened.
All right. So, I am going to assume because of the excitement of the day or et cetera, that you're going to wait at least another day before you go.
Yeah.
Um,
Dan has
more.
4,300 gold. He's going to go into the market and try to barter for rations,
All
at
right.
least 10 days worth for everyone.
Okay. Easy
I
enough.
don't know how much that'll cost, but you can tell me.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Don't worry about me. I got your gold.
Still got 30 minutes to go.
Yeah. Um,
Rashes, who needs rashes when you hunt?
yeah.
They're
Rations are nice to
basically
have
for
for backwoods.
emergency.
Well, you can't hunt when you're on a ship. That's one thing.
Can't hunt
Got
when you're on what? Sorry?
a ship.
Yes, you
Yeah,
can. It's
and
called
that's what a
fishing.
Dan
Yeah,
really
that's true.
likes.
That's fish. It's not identically hunting, but okay, yeah, you're right. Okay. Um, through the night, through the rest of the day, and through the night, the flow of refugees have stopped from Northumberland. You do observe anybody who's out in the marketplace or anything like that, groups uh, of adventurer types trying to be adventurers going out and getting the equipment they need to go, to try to infiltrate or
Yeah.
whatever they're doing with in uh, you're seeing these groups, about 6 groups worth of people that go out, grab, and the the stories come in about how the towns have been taken over by the. Everybody keeps saying, besides troglodytes, you hear other stories of some other scaled reptilian types that lead the troglodytes that are bigger, stronger, that have it seem to be more in control than the troglodytes really are. Kind of a middle, you can call it a middle management layer as much as you want to call it. Um, the that also you've heard that there is a bounty that has been posted by the dragon hunter for information leading to any dragon within the realm of basically all of Scotland and Northumberland. Um, if any dragon is spotted, a reward is offered. Um, you also get some other information from Gascony down in Neaton area of the forest and area down there. Was invaded by goblinoids.
Well, that's too far south for Dan to care about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so ogres, orcs, that grouping, and they have taken over basically about 3 provinces worth of, or 3 duchies actually is the way they're defined in my game. 3 duchies worth of land already, and it's being fought by the uh, army of Neaton, and a lot of lost land there. Ray remembers that part of that campaign.
Yeah.
Because they went with the infiltrate option. That group. uh,
I guess that failed then.
well, I mean, the campaign stopped, unfortunately, but I'm trying to think of anything else that would give information or such. So the next day, what do you guys do?
Well, before everyone else wakes up, Dan will have set out or gotten a hold of the bartender at the tavern wherever they're sleeping at, and set up the rations which he has bought the day at the market the day earlier in satchels.
Okay.
And he will have left the tavern to go back outside.
Okay.
All right. All right. All right. He'll tell the tavern keeper to give them his exact location.
Okay. So, all right. So when you guys wake up, as you guys are waking up and you go out into the tavern, and once you're dressed and ready to, camera keeper's like, these are for you for your travels, according to the dark elf, and
I don't want them.
he is waiting for you and gives the location.
I'll take Ron's rations with me,
Okay.
and as Thane is, I'm setting up for this journey. I'm packing my bag and everything that needs to go with me, including my fiery axe.
Sume, you there? Nope. Now are you there?
There we go. Now I can hear you guys again.
There we go. Okay, that was you. Okay.
Yeah,
Sume?
I'm trying to get reset it so I can actually hear dubs, but
Yeah. Sume. No. Okay. I can't hear him if he's. Ray, anything from you?
I'll just prepare, gather various
Oh, we
food
hear
and
you.
water.
Testing.
Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm hearing you.
Okay. I had this. I was setting up TeamViewer,
Oh, okay.
so now I can take care of Discord if I need to.
Perfect. Okay. Basically, the party, Dayan has bought rations and basically a pack for them for everybody, and the bartender has them out, whether or not you take them or not, and has told you guys where a Dayan is waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, Owen, son of Hart, has taken uh,
Ixon.
Ixon's uh, rations for her because she refused to because it was Dark Elf involved. So,
because she doesn't trust the Dan, and
yep.
honestly, she shouldn't right now.
No, man, honestly, you guys are playing it well. I just don't want to make sure that you go beyond the game. That's all. But that's.
Oh, I
Oh,
know
no,
we're not.
I know. I know. You two guys are good friends. I know that's not going to happen. But I just.
Yeah,
You got to worry about as a game master. You got to worry about these things. So no. Okay.
No, I just really get into my character.
Yeah. No. You both are doing fantastic. You're all doing
yeah. I
fantastic.
get my character too, and
Yeah. It's natural. You two would be in conflict. I have no troubles with this. Okay. Uh. All right. So are you guys? I'm assuming as reluctantly as Ixon is, you guys will go and find.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Um.
does the town have a little park area?
Kind in front of the castle, yes. That
Nah,
would
he wouldn't be there.
Nah, yeah, that would be yeah. That's about it. They're really parks weren't a big. Now, if you were in Carlisle, it'd be a different issue.
Yeah. So yeah.
But not here.
All right,
Um.
and then a Dan will probably be just will be wandering around a general area. Where it'll be
Yeah,
what it'll
I
be.
mean, there. Take that back slightly. There would be kind of at least a park area around some of the temples.
Yeah, that's where he'd be at then.
Okay. All right.
He'd be in the temple area around the parks there. They're
Okay.
sitting near or under a tree.
Okay. All right. Look, one quick thing, and I know the only person who really affects is Ray at the moment. Um, the guy, I know I mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. The gods in this realm are Greek, Roman, of course, and then of course their enemies is Titans. Um, one of the part of the legends that happened back in the big battle 30 years ago was that a lot of there were a group of gods that rebelled against the other gods involved in that too. So there is a little enmity between a number of the gods. Kind of nothing where they're at each other's throats trying to kill each other. Though even the evil gods and the good gods don't really, go loggerheads against one another. But there's a little, you know, just to let you know. Okay. Um,
Oh.
you, they find you out there. And as you guys are walking and towards the other exit of the town, at the gate of the town is, the bard, the bearded bard, and it's like he's been waiting for you. And he says, "The what you need in the lands of Intor is, are the protections, the elves, the protections of the elves." Is
Dan will say, "Well, if it's the elves you're talking about, I can probably speak with them. They won't let most people in."
I
no,
don't know. They might one of their kind.
Sometimes you run from your past, and sometimes you have to face it. This is one of those times for me.
yeah, and 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 he smiles at Ray at Delvin, and and it's not the items you seek are may not be obvious, but you will know them when you find them. And he says, "Good luck to you. I will be in. I still think it's Portsmouth. I'll be in Portsmouth when return to Portsmouth, and I will meet you there as I research what you may need next." Okay.
Even better, the quest for the mysterious objects.
Yeah, oh yeah, I got to throw all the tropes in, right? Come on.
And Dan will say, "I feel like I'm playing in one of those choose your own novels.
Choose your path. Low.
I'm expecting the giant rats to pop up anytime and attack us."
Telltale game.
The Walking Dragon? Sorry. It needed to be said.
Owen
Okay.
Son of Heart will remember that.
If you do this, turn to page 36. If you do this page, turn to page 85.
I gave you that at that one point for a reason. Because, like I said, I've done both kinds of campaigns on here, and I just wanted to see which one you do. So, and I had a feeling you guys were going to go for the heroic. I was going to make it pretty obvious that that's where I kind of wanted you to go, but I still wanted to give you the option. Okay. Um, Ron, how much time do you have actually?
Why, you want to stop it here or something?
Well, this would be a good spot if you don't mind.
Oh,
And then because the next week is going to be a lot of combat.
okay. Well, we can stop it here.
Okay. Uh, Next week is going. The next couple weeks are going to be a lot of. Is going to be a lot more combat than what you guys have been dealing with. So that's why I want it. Traveling is where a lot of combat happens. Just the way it is with D&D. So
Mm-mm.
so everybody gets 1,000 XP tonight.
Woohoo! And you'll have to tell me how much of my 4,200 gold I burned.
Rations are it's
Relatively
like
cheap.
are really relatively cheap. I think you burned about maybe 20 gold.
All right, so he burned 20 gold in a trash can to keep himself warm.
So
I just need 2,300 more XP.
no, you guys did well considering the situation and the conflict
And
and everything. You
considering the
guys,
fact that Ron's character now completely hates a Dan.
which is fine at this point in time, which is fine. Okay,
Yeah,
the guy.
like I said,
Let me tell you a little bit more out of character about one thing though. I didn't want. I know Ray already got out of it D20, but that's okay.
I can
He's
go
still
back easy.
yeah. You don't need to. You don't need to. You just need to be on Discord. Okay, Philip Colbert is his name. Is the bard's name? It's his real name, not the one I told you before. He was a pirate captain. He was the captain of the ship that had Kazgorath on it. That's he and he stopped. He basically after for about 10 years he hung around with the pirates afterwards and basically said, you know what, I'm getting too old for this shit, and wanted to get as far away from the pirates in that world as he could. So he ended up in Raj and basically became a scholar. He is a swashbuckler bard,
yeah.
is what he is. And which is one reason why I kicked this 30 years in the future from that big pirate battle and the big overthrow is this forces me not to use Lightfinger because Lightfinger's nowhere to be found. So I don't have to use Lightfinger in this campaign. Kasgorath is nowhere to be found either. Now the other two dragons, we'll talk. but the blue dragon's nowhere to be found either. The blue dragon,
Maybe the helmet got knocked off.
well, no, the blue dragon is well, if you want to be linear about it, is currently sitting in the other campaign, which should scare everybody in the other campaign. That's in the other campaign.
No, doesn't scare any of my characters, of course.
Well, your character, your kid, is occupied with his own problems right now.
Ray,
Yeah, back off on the microphone, Ray. You're breathing heavy into it again.
yeah,
Okay.
he's starting to sound like Darth Vader again,
Yeah, it's all
coming
right.
for our
I'm
souls.
not
You're
about it.
yeah. Well, those microphones have a thing called those headsets and the microphone on them have what they call a gain. And we
Yeah.
might want to adjust that when we get if I get a chance to help you out with it, because that tells you how far its reach is with the microphone.
Because
Okay.
now Dan has to pull off the classic Bender move of actually being a nice person in disguise. Nice. Because that's basically how I've been playing.
Well, yeah, dude, you gave money. Nobody in the campaign actually, in character knows that you gave money to the orphanage.
Of
I mean,
course, if they knew that, he'd have to kill them.
yeah, that's what I mean. Yes. I,
And there would be a person waiting for them in their room with a sword drawn.
yeah,
What character? I didn't know about this character. What do you mean he died?
yeah.
I wasn't
Anyways,
there. Stop questioning me.
oh, I see my window is going to be letting in bugs all the time. I got a stupid.
Hopefully I was a lot better this session.
You did way better this session. Thank you very much.
I tried to keep myself as
You did.
preoccupied with other
Yeah,
things.
you did not. Yell. Talk over anybody this time, and I thank you for that.
I'm getting better at it, at
Yeah,
least.
it takes practice when. Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you. I actually needed that after today. I wanted a good role play session after dealing with Chris from KVNO. I actually got him to say thank you.
Oh, he must
But
have
I
figured
must
out he
have
was
just
wrong.
killed him.
Oh, the joke about this is that Ray tried
I
to take
took it,
radio class from this guy.
and I asked him a basically innocent, stupid question, and basically got slapped down. I was like, "What kind of idiot are you?"
Yeah, and then
And that's when I basically said, "Well, your class is totally useless today."
yeah. So yeah, so Ray's met this guy before, so Ray knows what I'm talking about. When he called it, he got really, really, really pissed off at me. Oh damn, where in the hell did that spider go? You would have fallen into the damn couch, you son of a bitch. Oh well. I killed him on the first shot, though. That's still a good thing. Well, wherever this cat spider is. Okay. Um. Oh yeah, I had some. The call that got me upset is radio stations down. Okay. Because we have to have a key dongle on the back of a radio of the server.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I forgot to shut down on the broadcast. Okay, well, broadcast could hear this. I don't care. Um, the so the it requires a key dongle in the back of the computer. The dongle wasn't being read, so it shut down the station. And we went and we were trying and trying and trying. We finally got the key to read correctly, so the station came back up, and everybody was like, and the customer's like, yeah, but I can't trust that dongle. I mean, we had to put it in and out of the stupid USB ports and 4 or 5 times before it got read. And I said, you're right. I wouldn't trust it either.
But
they and I turned around and I said, "Let me put you on hold for a minute." And I said, "Can we get a replacement dongle for these people? Because this keeps happening." And my boss is like, "I don't think we can." And she was like looking it up, and she's like, "I don't think we can do it." And I said, "We've got to." You know, we've it, I agree with them 100%. And I actually had to argue with my boss about it a little bit, and then her boss, who was visiting, was there, and he goes, and he goes, "Let me hear the entire story." And I told him the entire story on that they had told me, and he goes, "I think this is the one time we can make that exception." And so I got it through, that. So we're sending them out a new key, but it's like it's a situation where you want to help the guy, but our own licensing prevents us from helping him, and it just like, oh, I hate that kind of thing. So thanks, guys. I do appreciate it, and thanks for watching, everybody. But I'm going to be streaming here and again in a minute. I think there's this game I've got that I might want to
Dave,
stream. I don't know.
Dave, next week we should take a look at that
We
program.
definitely no, Ron. What I want to do is when I get back Sunday. I'm going to be back Sunday night because I got to go back to Omaha.
Sunday night, that would be Monday morning for me.
Right. But I'm just telling you. So sometime during the week, hopefully we can get together and do that.
Yeah, because I think that would be a good.
I,
So
I,
far, it
I,
looks really amazing.
so far it looks like it might be the solution, especially the fact that we only have to have one person pay for the license, aka me, and I don't have a problem with that. For everybody to be at the table and don't have to buy individual programs and all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
I think that's actually,
For the heroes game, I need to do things.
yep. And we got to do stuff with the hero game, and we got to start working on we're going to start with the conversions too. So
Ray with SAS. With
Once me and Dave figure out this program, we'll all over to it.
yeah, yep. All right. Okay, I'm stopping streaming for now. Be back in a little bit.